What is up? Welcome to the November 2023 Market Update. And before I hop in, which we have a lot of stuff to cover as it relates to our real estate market, but also the real estate industry as a whole, I want to talk a little bit about something exciting we're doing at Castle Group. Look out to you guys for some help, and if nothing else, hopefully inspire you guys to do something really great this holiday season. So many of you know we love to be involved in the community, to do things, to engage with our local businesses, and to give back. And so we're trying something new as a team this year. January 13th, we are going to kick it for the kids, as we've decided to call it, and we are going to do a community kickball tournament and fun day, and we're going to benefit Phoenix Children's Hospital. And why am I telling you about this now? Well, one, we need some teams. We want to start out this year with 16 teams, so we're looking for 16 teams and some sponsors to come help us raise $10,000 for Phoenix Children's Hospital. We're really excited about this. With the holidays coming up and with all the kids that are going to be admitted during that time, one of the things we found out from the hospital is that a lot of times the families come and they don't get to have a proper Thanksgiving or Christmas because there's not really anything open and it's really stressful and they've got a child that's going through stuff. And so we found out we have the opportunity to provide a proper Thanksgiving, proper Christmas to all the families, not just the kids, but their whole extended families at no cost at the hospital, and we want to do that, and so we want your help doing that. So we're looking to raise $10,000, and then we're going to have a great day out kicking it for the kids. We're going to have a kickball tournament. We've got a DJ. We've got Aioli Burger coming out there. They're going to be serving up some burgers for everybody, games, raffle prizes, all kinds of great stuff. So January 13th, put it on your calendar. Please reach out to us if you guys would like to come out and participate, or if you just want to donate and be part of that. If that doesn't work for you, one thing I would ask for you guys, especially with all the crazy stuff going on in the world, pick something that you do care about this holiday. Do a little something, give a little something, spend a little time, do something good. There's so much stress right now, and I think we just all need to put positive vibes out there as it relates to real estate. If you've been paying attention at all to what's going on in the national media, you might think that I'm not going to have a career anymore after this past couple of weeks. There was a big lawsuit, and a jury, it took 3 hours to basically award $1.8 billion to a bunch of sellers that brought a class action suit saying that we, as a real estate industry, were violating the Antitrust Act by making the sellers pay not only the seller commission, but the buyer commission, and that was unfair, and it was costing the sellers a lot of money that it shouldn't be costing us. Well, what does that mean? If you're a buyer and if you're a seller, or maybe if you're a realtor and you're watching this, should you be freaked out? Should you think that your career's over? Should you think maybe you need to find a new line of work or whatever? In my opinion, Arizona specifically does a really good job of disclosing. So some of the things that came up in this lawsuit, which was not based in Arizona, was that the sellers didn't really understand that they were paying the buyer's agent's commission, and a bunch of stuff that was related to the disclosure and kind of this collusion thing that was happening inside the brokerages where they all fixed the commission. In Arizona, we've always kind of been, as we are about many things, kind of the Wild West. There's always been a million different kinds of real estate agents, and they offer all different kinds of commission structures. And we've always had buyers agents paid all different kinds of commission. There hasn't never really been a fixed number that has to be mandated by our brokerages or by the state or anything like that, or the association. And so in that sense, I think we've kind of already been doing a lot of this. If you've listed a home with us in the last several years, you know that there's a spot that says, this is how much I'm paying you as the listing agent, and this is how much I would choose to offer the buyer's agent for commission, which could be as low as $1. Now it can be $0 apparently after this lawsuit, but it could have been $1 all along. Ultimately, the sellers always kind of had that choice in Arizona. Nationally, I think some of the implication might be a little more because a lot of states haven't had that clear disclosure. As an industry, what this really means is, as a buyer, when you sit down with your agent, you may be looking to, down the road, something where your buyer's agent and you are having a conversation about their compensation and what you're willing to pay them for the work that they're doing. And that's gonna probably land just like it would in any other profession. A really great agent that's really credentialed, that's really, kind of a premier agent in their marketplace is gonna be just like an attorney, or a doctor, and they're going to be able to charge a lot more because they come with a lot more expertise and specialization. I'm actually super excited. I see a massive opportunity because in my mind, we've already been so transparent with our clients. I don't really think anything changes. I think it just gets better and better for the consumer. The pencil gets sharper on my end, the pencil gets sharper on the lender's end, the pencil gets sharper on the title company's end. Because of the transparency, then the consumer wins, and I think that's what we're all supposed to be about anyway, right? We're supposed to be fiduciaries, and we're supposed to be taking care of you all like that. So the rumors of our demise, at least right now, are definitely not for sure happening. Castle Group's going to be here. We're going to take great care of you guys like we always have. So don't stress about that, and it's not going to cost you more money. So that's all great news. Industry-wise, and just kind of what's happening in our market, a lot of you have probably noticed interest rates going bananas the last couple weeks. Interest rates have improved, and so again, I love the news stories, but now, the news story is rates have dropped more than they have in 16 years or something like that was the thing I saw the other day, and that's true. They've gone down about 0.5% as a national average over the last week or so, and that's because that 10-year Treasury yield has gone from 5% down to about 4.5%, and we've talked about that a million times, and so with that, interest rates have come down, and that's good news if you're a buyer. We are starting to see mortgage applications pick back up and a little more activity on our listing. When rates went over 8, we saw that couple of weeks where it really slowed down. This really comes down to, as a buyer and a seller, being educated, understanding where the market is, understanding value, understanding pricing, and that's where you want to go to the realtor, and that's where we really earn our money. Right now, that expertise and those years of experience really show up because there's homes that are sitting, that are overpriced, that are not getting the activity, and then there's stuff that's selling right away, and understanding why that is, and understanding as a buyer what home to buy and at what price to pay for it relative to the market. I think, these are the times where getting that great education is really, really important. I also think it's cool because you get a little time, you have a little space to breathe as a buyer to make sure that this is the right home for you, that you're feeling good about it. Maybe go back to it for a second time. So going into next year, I think the Fed's continuing their higher for longer talk, and so I wouldn't anticipate a massive interest rate drop coming anytime soon. That being said, the rates are artificially high right now, and we've talked about that in previous market updates because the buyers in the secondary market have wanted that higher return, thinking that those loans are going to get refinanced out of quickly, and so they want more interest up front, basically. I think that those margins begin to contract next year because there'll be more of an appetite in the secondary market for mortgages, and I could see rates dropping back down under 7 potentially, but again, I don't think we're seeing 3% anytime soon. So that's what I've got for you this month. If you have any questions, need anything, please reach out. If I don't talk to you, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next month.